Your Eye on Annapolis daily news brief keeps you informed about what's happening in Annapolis, Anne Arundel County, and Maryland. Local news, local sports, local events, local opinion, and, of course, local weather. Your Eye on Annapolis daily news brief starts now.
Good morning. It's Thursday, February 19th, 2026. This is John Frenaye, and this is your Eye on Annapolis Daily News Brief presented by Annapolis Subaru, Covington Alsina, and the SPCA of Anne Arundel County. Oh man, the weather people are talking about snow this weekend, and I say boo, not because I hate it, but because I know it's going to be one of those irritating amounts to nothing kind of snows. I say go big or go home. And who doesn't like a Lady Di question for Boomer Trivia? What camp classic film did Lady Diana claim had, quote, completed her education, unquote? Was it A Clockwork Orange, Valley of the Dolls, Rocky Horror Picture Show, or The Last Picture Show? Hang tight, we're going to have your answer in a few minutes, but now we do have some news, so let's get into it, shall we? The Anne Arundel County Police arrested a 44-year-old Glen Burnie man after an attempted kidnapping and robbery reported Tuesday morning near Old Stage Road and Baylor Road. Police said officers responded at about 10:30 a.m. to a disturbance, learned that an adult woman was standing by her vehicle when a man tried to grab her arms and force her into the parked car, and that she broke free and ran. Police said the man chased her, stole her phone, and fled on foot, but officers did locate a suspect a short distance away based on a description and took him into custody. Detectives are still investigating, and anyone with information can contact them at 410-222-3502 or leave an anonymous tip at 410-222-4700. Meanwhile, the Annapolis police are investigating an assault involving two juveniles at St. Mary's High School. Police said officers were called around 2:30 to the school on Duke of Gloucester Street for a report that a juvenile suspect repeatedly punched a juvenile victim in the head inside of a school bathroom. Police said the incident stemmed from the victim direct messaging the suspect on Instagram, and charges are pending. And as a friend said to me yesterday, they were throwing dukes on the Duke of Gloucester. Wawa has recalled certain 16-ounce milk beverages sold in select stores in Maryland and nearby states after identifying the potential for soft plastic pieces in a limited number of products. Wawa said the recall is precautionary. There have been no confirmed reports of plastic in drinks or injuries, and the affected products have been pulled from the shelves and disposed of at impacted stores. Now, the recalled items are Wawa's Double Dutch Chocolate Milk in the 16-ounce size, sold in 195 stores across Delaware, Maryland, and New Jersey. Wawa Chocolate Milk 16-ounce in 6 New Jersey stores. Wawa Cookies and Cream Milk, also 16-ounce in 60 stores across Delaware, Maryland, and New Jersey. And Wawa 2% Reduced Fat Milk 16-ounce size in 7 New Jersey stores. Customers should dispose of the products and can request a refund by contacting Wawa at 1-800-444-9292 or online at wawa.com. And I do have the UPC codes and dates at eyeonannapolis.net, so if you think you've got some, check it out. A new economic impact analysis says that the planned 6,000-seat mini-sphere entertainment venue at National Harbor in Prince George's County could generate more economic activity and jobs than earlier estimates. The EY study projects $1.3 billion in annual economic impact for the county and $200 million for the state by 2032, with about 7,100 jobs supported, including roughly 1,250 direct jobs tied to the venue and events, plus additional indirect and induced positions. The project, planned for a site just north of the MGM National Harbor, is also tied to a proposed incentives package that could total about $200 million in state, local, and private support, including a $10 million capital grant in Governor Wes Moore's fiscal 27 budget proposal and county-backed financing and TIF, tax increment funding. Supporters say that the venue could draw more than 2 million visitors a year once established, while critics have questioned the public subsidies as Maryland faces a budget deficit and note the larger Las Vegas sphere was built without government funding. Now, I just did some quick math, and 2 million visitors a year means completely selling it out 334 days a year, and I think that's a little bit enthusiastic. You want to be sure to catch our local business spotlight this weekend. This week, I am chatting with Patty Templeton from Biddy and Bowes down on Dock Street. That does drop at noon on Saturday, so you want to be sure to catch that. And please let me know of any local organizations or businesses you think should be spotlighted. In closing, one of the best ways to stay up to date on the local news is to receive the daily news recap email. It's sent out at 7 p.m. every single night. It is free. It is paywall free, and I got a link right here in the show notes for you to sign up. And please let your friends, family, and colleagues all know about it as well. And that is a wrap. As always, thank you for being you, and a thank you to our sponsors for today's Daily News Brief. Annapolis Subaru, Covington Alsina, the SPCA of Anne Arundel County, Hospice of the Chesapeake, and Mathematics. As for that trivia, and all of a sudden I like her a lot more, as if that's possible, but Lady Di was a big fan of the Rocky Horror Picture Show. All right, now you need to sit back because George Young is here with your Eye on Annapolis local weather, and Trevor from Annapolis Makerspace is here with your Annapolis Makerspace Maker Minute. All that's coming your way, so hang tight.
Coping with advanced illness can be overwhelming, and determining the best options for a loved one isn't always so easy. But here at Hospice of the Chesapeake, your hometown hospice, we want you to know you do have a choice. You can choose exactly who provides the care and the type of care you receive, and it's your decision when and where your loved one receives that care. We have served our community, family, and friends for over 40 years. We are there when you need us. Learn how we can help at hospicechesapeake.org.
Next up, we're diving into today's Eye on Annapolis weather forecast. From sunny skies over the bay to storm warnings that could impact your plans, we've got the details to keep you ahead of the curve. Stay tuned. It's all coming your way in just a moment.
Hey everyone, this is George Young with your Eye on Annapolis Daily News Brief weather forecast for Thursday, February 19th. Temps will remain above average today and tomorrow, though not quite as warm as initially thought today, with rain likely later tonight into tomorrow, with colder air then returning Sunday, along with another chance of rain and possibly even some snow. Look for highs today in the mid to upper 40s, with rain likely in the afternoon or evening hours lasting off and on through much of Friday morning, with highs Friday in the low to mid 50s. From there, Saturday will bring mixed skies and highs again in the low to mid 50s ahead of low 40s, 4 p.m. highs Sunday, with a good chance for some additional rainfall, with rain possibly turning to snow in the late p.m. and overnight hours, with cloudy highs Monday then in the lower 40s with sunshine and highs near 40 degrees expected on Tuesday. Okay, that's it for today. This is George Young for Eye on Annapolis Weather. Make it a great day out there today. Stay healthy and be safe. And be sure to visit eyeonannapolis.net/weather for the latest conditions and forecast information for the Annapolis region, so you can always stay weather informed.
There are more than 500 pets in the care of the SPCA of Anne Arundel County that need good homes, and they have so much to offer the rest of us. At Annapolis Subaru, we are committed to helping the SPCA see that these animals stay safe and healthy. All year long, Annapolis Subaru partners with the SPCA to host pet adoption events, sponsor vaccination clinics, and community events. We feature pets on our weekly Canines and Crosstreks podcast. Our associates and our Subaru customers show up in packs at the Walk for the Animals and Lights on the Bay events. You can help our SPCA find loving homes for these pets. Volunteer, donate, foster, read a book, scratch some ears, or rub some bellies. Show up for the pets in the care of the SPCA of Anne Arundel County.
Every week, makers, crafters, and educators hold events all over the area. Highlighting some of those, here's our Maker Minutes, brought to you by Annapolis Makerspace.
Hey, this is Trevor from Annapolis Makerspace with this week's Maker Minutes. At Knits and Pieces off of Bestgate Road, Saturday, check out Knitting Loves Crochet, making a Swayze hat, and also check out their Finish It February workshop, a casual social event where you can work on your almost done projects. And registration is open for more classes involving knitting, socks, cardigans, crochet, and more. At Local by Design, on Saturday and Sunday, check out their Annapolis Artisans Market, where you can visit their shop off at Chickabin Round Road, meet some of their in-house artists, and pick up some great gifts. At Art Farm in Annapolis, tonight, check out Art Bar, where you can enjoy a soft candlelit lounge-like atmosphere and a couple hours of good company and art. On Sunday, they have yoga in the gallery. Monday, there's a watercolor pop-up workshop. Tuesday, there's podcasting 101 for adults. And Wednesday is first exposure photography for adults. And for Art Farm's kids camps, there's a kids art school for ages 4 through 5 on Monday. There's a kids art school for grades 1 through 3, Saturday, Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. There's a kids art school for grades 4 through 6, Tuesday and Wednesday. There's hand-drawn comics for grades 3 through 5, tonight and Wednesday. Saturday, there's fiber arts and mixed media for grades 4 through 6. And on Wednesday, there's drawing and painting for grades 4 through 6. At the Anne Arundel County Public Library System this week, today, Severna Park has homeschool teen time with a cosplay workshop, and Deal has an art night with pearl or bead creations. Tomorrow, Glen Burnie has a Lego club. Saturday, Maryland City has Saturday morning paint with coffee. Broadneck has a Lego challenge. Odenton has machine sewing basics. Mountain Road has Stitch and Chat. And Bush Annapolis has Flicks with Sticks, where they'll do fiber arts while watching The Immortal Life of Henrietta Lacks. Monday, Severn is celebrating Black Artists, where you can learn about amazing Black artists and make a story quilt of your own. And Crofton has the Crofton Houseplant Club. On Tuesday, Glen Burnie has Little Artist Process Art, as well as Hooked, a crochet and knitting club. And Linthicum has Cook the Book, with 5 ingredients or fewer. And finally, on Wednesday, Severna Park has Homeschool Lunch and Learn, building caring connections with nature. At Unallocated Space in Millersville, tonight they have a virtual happy hour. Saturday, they have Wildflower Wisdom Journal Bookbinding, Mixed Media Art Journal Workshop. Monday is their weekly project night, and Wednesday is their weekly open house. And at Annapolis Makerspace this week, Tuesday, check out our monthly open house. For anyone who wants to check out the shop, also be sure to check out the Homeowners Expo coming up this weekend. I'll be there on Sunday doing a presentation around 1 o'clock. If you have any questions about the Annapolis Makerspace, the Maker Minutes, or any of these events, feel free to contact me at trevor@makeannapolis.org. And you can find links to all these events at the Annapolis Makerspace website, also at makeannapolis.org. Whether you're making art, software, sawdust, or just a mess, chances are you're already a maker. This has been Trevor from Annapolis Makerspace with this week's Maker Minutes.
Have you ever thought, I think I'm okay, but you just want to know for sure? Covington Alsina is right here in Annapolis, helping women put a clear plan around their money, their goals, and their life. For over a decade, they've helped women turn uncertainty into clarity with practical guidance built around real life. Whether you're making a career move, planning for retirement, managing investments, or sorting through tax and estate planning, Covington Alsina helps you get organized and move forward with confidence. And if you'd like to learn before you leave, Covington Alsina hosts monthly educational events, virtual and in person. Learn more at covingtonalsina.com and click events, or call the Annapolis office at 410-457-7165. covingtonalsina.com. At the intersection of women and wealth. Advisory services offered through Covington Alsina, a registered investment advisor. Investing involves the risk of loss and unless otherwise stated is not guaranteed.
You've been listening to the Eye on Annapolis Daily News Brief. Tell your friends and colleagues, this is the podcast where you can keep up on the latest with what's going on in Annapolis and Anne Arundel County. And don't forget about our website, eyeonannapolis.net, where you can find even more information. And make sure you follow us on Facebook at All Annapolis and on Twitter at Eye on Annapolis. This Daily News Brief podcast comes to you every Monday through Friday at 6 a.m.